schedule is full from 2 to 8.
Right. That's a
Uh,
tough schedule. Like
yeah,
that's the thing about teaching those Chinese kids, that the timetable is really, really tough. Like waking up at that time. But
yeah.
I mean, no, maybe you get used to it, doesn't she? Well, I mean, like maybe she already got used to it.
Oh no, she's used to it. She likes it, and like her work day is done by 8. Well, on weekends by 8:30, her work day's done.
Mhm. Yeah, and,
Yeah,
and I mean, like she can still go to bed till 12 or 1 p.m. and then she can run her errands and stuff. So
yeah. So you ain't gotta worry about during the daytime. Like I said, we homeschool, so she takes a nap or whatever, and then get up, and then I'm dealing with the kids till she get up, and then we both deal with them.
yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, that's
It's okay.
so
Yeah.
today. We're going to finish this exercises that we didn't finish in our last session about
Uh-huh.
wood, and we're going to be working on a topic that I know that you really, really want to work on, which is subjunctive. Now, the funny thing about subjunctive is that when I'm teaching English to people, I never tell them that I'm teaching them subjunctive. Like no English teacher will ever tell an English learner that they are teaching subjunctive to them. Like I got to know what subjunctive was once I started teaching Spanish.
Yeah.
Now,
And
it's
that's
not
it.
teach it, it's just that we don't name it that way. We don't call it that way. We call it in so many different ways, but that one.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
so I think it's more practical the way that it's taught in it, like to English learners than it is taught to Spanish learners. I think one of the reasons why subjunctive is so tricky for Spanish learners, like one of the reasons, the main reasons is because they make it look so complicated, so difficult. So what I've realized is that it's better to talk about subjunctive triggers. Like what are the structures, what are the words that trigger subjunctive? That's all you need to know. If you know
Yeah,
the triggers, then you just know that it's subjunctive and you just need to memorize the conjugations of subjunctive and then you just use them. That's
yeah,
all you.
yeah.
So let's get started then to finish these exercises. So let's start from the second one. We already did the first one, and well, so you'll tell me the translation. So you need help to charge the battery in your camera. So how do you say that in Spanish?
Okay. Necesita ayuda ah, para cargar um, um, la batería en tu cámara,
So I would say necesitas ayuda para cargar la batería de tu cámara.
para cargarla, ¿qué?
Para cargar la batería de tu cámara.
De tu cámara. Okay, okay.
Uh, you ask Kate.
Um, le, le, pregun- le preguntas a Kate. No, no, well, preguntas a Kate, porque es a name.
Yeah, but I mean that's okay. Le preguntas a Kate.
Yeah,
That's
because you don't have to use the lay with a name, right? That's what you told me.
mm, you should actually.
Like, huh?
Yeah. Tú le preguntas a Kate. I mean, like
Uh,
when you're saying ask as in a question, pretty much always you should say it. Le. If it
uh,
even if it's a name or if it's a her, if it's a him, like if so for example you ask him would be tú le preguntas a él.
let's see.
If you ask her, it would be tú le preguntas a ella. If it's you ask Kate, then tú le preguntas a Kate.
Okay,
It's yeah, uh, it would sound more natural.
okay,
So the next one is I don't know how to charge the battery.
okay. I don't know how to charge the batteries. No, no sé cómo cargar la batería.
Yes. So what would you ask? Let's see. Would you mind helping me?
Um, okay. Would you mind helping me? Sorry. Oh, Okay. Would you mind? Um, would you mind? Te molestaría,
Yeah, good,
te,
good.
te molestaría ayudarme?
Yes, yes, that's good. Sure,
Would you mind
it's,
helping me?
yeah, that's perfect. So the next part would be, sure, it's easy. All you have to do is this.
Claro, es fácil.
Ujú.
Um, solo,
Todo,
so, uh,
todo lo que.
um, okay, okay. Todo lo que, mm, all you have to do. Todo, no, 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 oh no, todo, all, todo, tendrás, ¿qué?
So it would be todo lo que tienes,
O todo lo que tienes que hacer.
todo lo que tienes que hacer es,
O all you have to do. Todo lo que tienes que hacer es esto.
yes, good. The next one is, you're on a bus,
Uh, estás en bus,
en un bus,
en un bus.
you have a seat.
Um, ok, tiene un asiento.
But I mean, you have a seat, that would be like you sat down, right? That's what it means.
Okay, okay, just sat down. Okay, se siente, se
Like,
sientes.
I would say like, tú te sentaste.
Huh?
Tú te sentaste.
Oh, you have a seat. Tú te sentaste.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, you have a, okay. Tú te sentaste.
But an elderly man is standing.
Okay, pero, pero un mayor está de pie.
So,
Un viejo
so
está.
technically that's correct. But for example, here in Colombia, we prefer to say un viejito, like a small, like a little
A little old
elderly,
man.
yeah, a little old man,
Uh-huh.
kind of like to not sound so offensive because of
Rude,
the age.
okay. Okay. Un veíto.
Viejito,
Un veíto.
viejito.
Viejo. Viejito.
Let me write it down over here.
It's like viejo, but viejito.
Yeah,
Viejito. Sí,
yes,
viejito. Un
yes,
viejito.
yes. So
Está de pie
yes. Or you could also say está parado.
o está parado. Standing, está parado.
Yeah.
Okay. Un
You offer,
viejito está parado.
yes. You offer him your seat.
Okay. Um, lo ofreciste tu asiento.
Le ofreces. So, for example, to offer, it applies the same sort of rule that ask. Then you should always say le to someone natural. Tú le
Uh-huh.
ofreces, tú
Uh-huh.
le ofreces a él
Le ofreces a él
your
tu
seat,
asiento.
tu asiento. Yes. So, uh, would you like would you like taking my seat?
Would you like taking my seat? Okay. Te gustaría tomar mi asiento?
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. So, oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Qué, qué amable de ti, gracias.
I would say eso es muy amable. We would say like that's
Like qué
very
bueno
kind.
or qué like they like oh no like when they're saying very something they started off with K here.
But for example, what would sound more natural here in Colombia to
Uh-huh.
translate this would be That's very kind of your behalf.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the translation of that would be, eso es muy amable de tu parte.
Okay. Esa es muy amable de tu parte.
Yes.
Okay, esa es muy amable de tu parte.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
indeed, it would sound more natural to say what you just said. Es muy amable de tu parte. Es muy amable de tu parte.
Okay, es
Yeah.
muy amable de tu parte. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So,
Um, muchas gracias, muchas gracias.
yes. So the next one, you're the passenger in a car.
Okay. Um, ¿Eres un pasajero en el carro?
Eres el pasajero de
¿Esa es
un,
el pasajera en un carro?
otra vez, eres el pasajero
¿Eres el pasajero
de un
de,
carro.
de carro?
Carro, de un carro.
De un carro. Eres el
Yes.
pasajero de un carro.
Friend is driving very fast.
Okay. ¿Tu amigo está manejando muy rápido?
Yes. You ask her to slow down. So this is a polite request, not a
Ajá.
question. So,
Okay. Le preguntaste o le preguntas.
remember,
ah,
polite request, not a
okay,
question.
le preguntas.
So what is the translation if it's a question of the verb to ask?
Oh, okay. A polite request. Okay.
Yes.
Le preguntes.
No.
Oh, okay. To ask for.
Yes.
Okay. Le pides.
Yes, exactly. Le pides a ella.
Le pides a ella. Le pides a ella. Um, um, para bajar su velocidad.
Okay, so it would be tú le pides a ella que baje la velocidad.
Que baje. Ok, le pides a ella que baje la
Yes,
velocidad.
que baje la velocidad. Now, I
So
want you
when
to
you go
remember,
polite, you ask for something. It's not you don't ask a question. You ask the question is end up being pedir like for something.
yeah, exactly.
It's like more of a favor you're asking. You turn it into a favor.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
like what you said, like to ask for. But we, like in this case, sometimes we use ask, like ask for as well. So another thing to keep in mind here is that remember that this sort of structure is a subjunctive trigger as well. Whenever you see a verb, object, pronoun, the word to, and a verb, that means that the verb at the end is going to be translated like a subjunctive form.
The
In
verb.
subjunctive
What's the
form.
verb? The object pronoun and the
The
verb.
object pronoun, so you see, the verb ask, right? Then the
Uh-huh.
object pronoun is her.
Ask. Okay, let me see. Ask her. The
Yeah,
object pronoun is
yeah.
her.
So verb, object pronoun, the word to, and then another verb.
Okay. Verb,
So
object
that
pronoun,
structure will always trigger subjunctive. So for
verb,
example, if I
object
tell you
pronoun to and okay.
the word to and another verb. So the last verb is going to be translated in a subjunctive form. So another example of this is, hey, I want you to do me a favor. How do you say that in Spanish?
Oh, quiero que me hagas un favor.
Exactly, you see? So it's the same structure. Want, the verb, you is the object pronoun.
Well,
Then we've got the verb
I want.
to, and
Okay,
then,
want is yeah. Oh, want is
yeah,
a verb.
yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't memorize. Even in English, I don't know a verb, a
So
pronoun, and as you know,
I,
I know.
I,
Honestly, I just remembered as an adult that a verb, is like an action word, and that's how we were taught in school. That verb is an action word, you know.
Don't
Like
worry, don't
wanting
worry.
something, I
Like
didn't even think. I would not think wanting is an action. It was just something
I
in your mind.
I almost failed 10th grade because I had no fucking shit idea about Spanish parts of speech. So don't
Yeah,
worry.
I just, I speak pretty decent, and that's how I want to learn Spanish because honestly, and that's I feel that's why I don't speak Spanish now because I've had an Ecuadorian teacher and she told me no, you say this in Ecuador. Colombia says we do this in Colombia. Rosetta Stone give you some goddamn traveling cruise line Spanish.
Mhm.
Panama speaks like race car Spanish. Um, Costa Rica speak pura vida Spanish, and I can't learn any Spanish.
But it's
You
okay. I mean,
know,
that's fine. Like, for example, one of the reasons why I haven't got the last level in English, there are 6 levels in English, and I think it's the same levels in Spanish. Are you aware of them?
no, I didn't even know they existed.
Okay, so there are 6 levels. So basic is A1, A2. Intermediate is B1, B2, and then advanced is C1, C2. I've got a C1 in Spanish and in English, and the reason why is because of what you're just saying right now. It's like knowing all the difference from country to country. I mean, like it's cool to have all of that knowledge, but why would you want to learn so many things that you may not even need in everyday life conversations? You understand what I mean?
Uh,
Like right now
exactly.
we're all learning stuff that regarding Colombian Spanish because I am the one who's teaching you.
Yeah.
But in the long run, you pay attention to the stuff that you listen to in the streets in Panama, and that's it. Why would you want to learn stuff from Mexico or from Argentina
Yeah.
or
It's just,
from,
and
like
then there's
like
two ways. My whole thing with this, it's just too many ways to say one thing.
yeah, right. I mean, and I think in English is the same. It's the same thing. Like Canadians or Americans, Australian, English people. Like there are some specific words that are used in each one of the countries, and I mean, it's
Yeah.
impossible to know all the slang of all the places, areas, and countries and states. It's just impossible to know them all. Like there
Yeah.
are people who spend like their lives learning this stuff. Like I know a very few people like that here in Colombia, but it's like knowledge that it's not going to pay you back. It's not knowledge that it's practical. Like I just don't think it's worth learning all of that stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
let's continue. So tú le pides a ella que baje la velocidad. So you're making me nervous. So how would you say that?
Um. Okay. Um. Me está pusiendo nervioso.
Yeah, but you've got the idea. It's not make, it's to put nervous. So the conjugation, the correct conjugation will be me estás poniendo nervioso.
Oh, me estás poniendo.
Me estás poniendo muy nervioso.
Oh, que me estás poniendo nervioso.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, so would you mind slowing down?
Okay. Would you mind slowing down? Okay. Te te molestarías um te molestarías que slowing down. Would you
Mhm.
que te molestarías bajando tu velocidad?
So that's a good thing that you mentioned. So there are some verbs which trigger ing forms in English. So for example, mind, every verb after mind, it should be with ing at the end, right? It should have ing,
Rendio. Yeah, uh-huh.
right? But in Spanish, it doesn't. Like in Spanish, it's just an infinitive. So
Okay, so te molestarías bajar um, tu velocidad.
again, te molestaría.
Te molestarías
No S,
bajar.
no S after molestaría. So, ¿te molestaría?
Te molestaría. Because it's not would you mind?
But you should like would will only put ia at the end. Always. There is nothing else after that. You
Okay.
understand the point?
Okay, the wood in the wood form. Okay. Te
Yeah,
molestaría.
exactly.
Okay. Or the conditional. Okay.
So, te
So
molesta.
would you like is not te gustarías. It's just te gustaría.
Yes, always. It will
Okay.
never have an s.
Okay,
No
well
verb.
that's good. That's good. It's easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, te
Te
molestaría.
molestaría bajar tu velocidad.
We'll just say bajar la velocidad.
Bajar la velocidad. Okay.
Bajar la velocidad. So, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was going so fast.
Okay. Oh, discúlpame. No me di cuenta que um, estaba manejando tan rápido.
Yeah. What you just said is I was driving so fast, right?
Oh,
Now,
oh,
if you
but okay, going. Okay.
okay,
No me di cuenta que, discúlpame, no me di cuenta que estaba going. Well, estaba yendo
yendo tan rápido.
tan rápido.
Yeah, perfect.
Estaba
So
yendo.
you finished your meal in a restaurant.
Um, um, you finish. You finished. Okay. 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 Has terminado tu comida en el restaurante.
En un restaurante.
En un restaurante.
And now you want the bill.
Y ahora um, quieres, tú, um, tú quieres la cuenta.
Yes. You asked the waiter.
Le pregunta a la macero.
And
Sí.
that's,
Ah,
again, le preguntas
ok, le preguntas a
al
él,
mesero.
al mesero.
Yes. So remember the contraction of a él
Sí,
is al.
sí,
AL,
yo sé,
right?
sí, it's just a lot of stuff to remember, and you try to keep the sentence moving without having to think about the rule, and sometimes
Right.
you don't. I'm trying to get into Spanish without thinking about the goddamn rules. It's taking too long.
Yeah, I mean just think of translations. Don't think about rules, think about translations.
Yeah,
It's way easier like that. I'm telling you, I learned English the way that you are teaching, like with the rules, and that's why it took so long to
yeah,
have having decent conversations in English because
yeah.
I was thinking about the bloody
Stuck.
rules all
We're
the
like
time.
stuck. Uh-huh.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help to
No,
be fluent.
no.
So okay, let's go on. So would you bring me the bill, please?
Okay. Okay. Would you? Okay.
Would you say that in English? I'm not sure. Like, would you say that? Would you
Um.
bring me the please?
Um.
What would you
Well, it would
say in
always
English?
be. It would always be can.
Can you bring me the bill, please?
Okay. Me puedes traer la cuenta, por favor.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
indeed.
well,
Spanish.
you will always say, well, most. I guess you're looking for a polite way, like we're doing in Spanish. So it'll be we're ready.
What?
We're ready for the bill. We're ready. It'll
Ah,
always be about being ready.
being ready. I mean, that's something you would say in English, like we're ready for the bill.
Yeah, we're ready now. It'll always 99% time is okay. We're ready now. Thank you.
We're ready now. Huh. That's strange. That's something we would never say in Spanish.
Yeah,
Um,
like we're ready. We're ready. We're done. You
yeah,
know,
because for
you won't say you're finished. You won't say, Can you bring me the bill?" I mean, it's that would sound a little, like
demanding.
you're pushing the waiter around a little bit.
Okay, okay,
Or
so
would
we're
you
ready.
bring me the bill like you don't have anything else to do? You just, you're pretty much saying you're ready. So whenever they're ready, you'll be ready. Whenever
Okay,
they make their rounds or whatever, because a typical waiter's working like half a dozen tables.
right.
So you'll
So
just
the best
say
way,
you'll just let them know you're ready whenever they are. Like I'm
so you
ready
just
whenever you
say,
are.
we're ready, we're ready.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's the least pushy thing to do.
That's the least pushy thing to say. Uh-huh.
Okay, okay. But yeah, now that I'm thinking, the, the 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 most polite way to say it is what you just said. Can you bring us the bill? Can you bring me the bill? That would sound the most polite. That would be the most polite thing to say in Spanish. Me puedes traer?
Okay, okay,
It
okay.
wouldn't
So
sound pushy. It wouldn't sound pushy in Spanish. So
okay, you bring us the bill. Okay, no puedes traer la cuenta.
that's okay. Yeah, that's the best way. Puedes traerme la cuenta.
Okay.
So the guy says, sure, I'll get it for you now.
Okay, y por supuesto or just claro?
Either way is okay. I mean, por supuesto is more like of course, but
Of
it's
course I can. Like yes. Okay, well, claro. I'll get it for you. Um, um, get it.
in
Um,
Spanish we wouldn't
conseguirás
just say that.
la conseguirás, ¿verdad?
That's the thing. We wouldn't say that. Like a waiter would not say that in Spanish. Like the waiter might say, I'll bring it to you now."
Okay, okay, okay,
Bring.
la, okay,
I'll bring it now. I will bring it now. That's what the waiter would say.
okay. I'll bring it now. Okay,
So,
okay.
okay.
La tra, la tra, traeré. What's?
Yeah, that's perfect. La traeré ya.
Yeah, okay. La traeré. Yeah,
La traeré ya. Again.
la traeré. Yeah,
Yes, perfect. I thought we were going to be able to start the other topic today, but
yeah,
we didn't make it to the
yeah. We
next.
just talked about. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Tomorrow I'm good. We get jumping fresh with that tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll get started. Yeah, talk to you tomorrow then at 6 a.m. and
Okay.
try to practice. Try to practice with a book or something. Try to read. I think you can read now, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should definitely start reading. And whenever you've got a question about pronunciation or something that you don't understand quite well, just shoot me a text on WhatsApp or on the group, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay?
Okay. Sounds good. Have a good day.
Okay, man. You guys will. Have a nice one. Bye bye.
Bye.